Welcome to an introduction of human evolution, narrated by me, Maeve Shaw. Before we get started though, you might want to know the definition of our topic. Human evolution is the long process of change of how we originated from our ape-like ancestors. Scientific evidence such as fossils proves their development of human characteristics such as a large and intricate brain, the capability to make and use tools, and the capacity for language and culture. Also, behavioural traits we share as humans originated from those ape-like ancestors and evolved over a period of around 6 million years. So, let's go back 6 million years to see the earliest of our ancestors. One of the first main primates was the Australopithecus afarensis with an average male height of 4 foot 11 and female's average height of 3 foot 5. This species located in a range of environments. Some lived in the savanna, others lived in denser forests beside lakes or in sparse woodlands. Examination of their teeth, skull and body shape indicates a diet that mainly consists of fruits and leaves that they would have collected from trees or bushes. This species is one of the best known of our ancestors due to a number of major fossil discoveries. A fairly complete fossil skeleton of a female nicknamed Lucy was discovered by Donald Carl Johansen in 1974. The knee joint remains of Lucy is another key piece of evidence that the first primates were bipedal, which means they could walk on two legs. Another piece of evidence of bipedalism is the Laetoli footprints. The entire footprint trail is almost 27 metres long and includes impressions of about 17 footprints. As you can see, the prints look almost identical to modern humans. This trail was discovered 4 years after Lucy by Mary Leakey and Paul Abel in Tanzania. Another example of an early hominid is the Homo habilis. This species has a slightly larger brain as well as a smaller face and teeth than the first primates. But it still remains some ape-like features such as long arms and a moderately ape-like face. The Homo habilis was thought to have lived 2.4 to 1.4 million years ago in eastern and southern Africa. Its name, which means handyman, was given to it because it was thought to present the first maker of stone tools. Since this species was the first to show brain growth, its brain was now capable of more complex ideas such as finding sturdy materials for tools. Evidence of the increased brain capacity was found in parts of a boy's skeleton. This was found in 1959 by a team led by Lewis and Mary Leakey, and of course this species was also bipedal. The reason as to why the species adapted as bipedal is still a major mystery. In 1871, Charles Darwin, an English naturalist and geologist, offered an explanation in his book, The Descent of Man. Hominids needed to walk on two legs to free up their hands. He wrote that the hands and arms could hardly have become perfect enough to have manufactured weapons, or to have hurled stones and spears with a true aim, as long as they were used for locomotion. Although the idea of this statement is quite logical, one problem with this idea is that the earliest stone tools don't show up in the record until about 2.5 million years ago, which is about 4.5 million years after bipedalism's origin. This means it either took the species ages to build a sustainable tool to use, or there's another theory behind the reason they decided to take their first step. So here's another theory. Another theory is because of growing long, tall grass in the African plains, the species had to grow in order to see over the tall plants. Constant stretching to see over the grass, as well as learning to balance on two legs instead of four, could have influenced the adaptation of bipedalism. The idea that our ancestors needed to stand up to see over tall grass or to minimize the amount of body exposed to the sun in a treeless savanna. Both ideas were debunked by the fact that the first hominids lived in at least partially wooded habitats. This is still one of the biggest mysteries in our story of evolution. We are what we are because of our ape-like ancestors, and without them we wouldn't be bipedal modern Homo sapiens sapiens with large brains and complex cultural lives. Evidence of these adaptations is what makes our path of evolution just that little bit clearer, such as stone tools, paintings, footprints, and bones left behind from the early primates. Also, famous theories like Charles Darwin's is what makes us question where we came from and how we evolved in the past 6 million years. In conclusion, the evolutions of humans is nowhere near over and will maybe even continue on forever until we become extinct because we can no longer survive in the new environments. Thank you so much for watching this episode. See you next time.